Hello? It is that time, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fantasy Football and welcome to my video. We have been waiting months and months and here it is. We've got one more day left before the deadline. And in this video, I'm going to be going through my final team setup for the double game week 30 plus. Now, there's a couple of things that I want to mention. Number one is I have created a new league that you guys can join. So anyone can join. It's for free. The code will be in the description and in the comments below. Oh, just to let you guys know that the league starts from game week 30 plus until the season has finished. The winner will be featured on one of my videos. Okay. So let's just have a quick look at the fixtures and what you might be expecting from this channel. As you can see, we've got Wednesday's games. Okay, cool. Thursday, there's nothing. What I'm going to be doing? Well, I'm going to be creating a video on that day. I'm going to be creating a video on a Sunday. And then that will lead up to Game Week 31 game. I might even create a cheeky video on a Tuesday just before the deadline. Maybe I might do a deadline stream. And then I'll create a video on a Thursday to plan for Game Week 32 and so on. So there is going to be a lot of videos for you guys to check out. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. And if you're watching my video, always drop a like. That always helps me out. Okay, so here we go. As you can see, the overall rank is around 251k. I think this season, the highest position that I was in was around 44k. So there is still a chance for me to be in the top 100k. And with a lot of things changing and, you know, with the amount of chips that I still have, I think I'll be able to push to the 100k mark and onwards. Now, you know, at the beginning where we received an unlimited transfers, everyone had the idea of building a team with a lot of double game week players. I did the same thing, and the more I looked at that team, the less that I liked it. So basically, the strategy that I had in the beginning was use my bench boost in Game Week 30 while using the unlimited transfers, and then wildcard in Game Week 31 to basically remove all these double game week players and adjust for the long run. I just did not want to put myself in a situation where I have to wildcard because of the team that I built for Game Week 30. So basically, I just don't want to be forced on to use this wildcard because of my team that I got for Game Week 30. You know, a lot of things is happening in the world right now, and things could happen that we might need to adjust, and I want to hold the wildcard just a little bit more longer. Maybe at least to Game Week 32. Then I could have a brand new team to the rest of the season. So that is the current plan. I am going with that. Things could change, but here is my team. So I got Leno from Arsenal and Reina, two of the cheapest double game week goalkeepers. Now, I went with Reina. You know, I'm not really expecting any kind of clean sheet with both of them, to be honest with you, but I'm expecting a lot of save points. Now, the only reason that I bought him in, you know, because of his price tag. And if I'm not going to be wildcarding in Game Week 31, I just don't want an expensive goalkeeper on my bench. That's the strategy, and that was the idea. And I used that money to upgrade someone else. And as you can see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 double game week players. I could have got 12, but the more that I looked at it, I just didn't like the players that I bought in. That's the reason. And if I'm not using my wildcard to adjust my players, then, you know, I want a decent team moving a little bit forward, maybe even into Game Week 32. So I got single game week players like Bolly, which has got really good fixture away against West Ham, then at home against Bournemouth. Very good fixtures throughout as well for Wolves to get these points that they need. Next up is Lascelles, a cheap 4.5 defender that has got really good fixtures. As you can see, Southampton at home, Aston Villa at home, Brighton away, and West Ham at home. these fixtures are very good for them to have a higher chance to keep a clean sheet. So I went with him. And because of that price tag of 4.3 in Game Week 31, I could bench him and start moving my players around. Another single Game Week player that not many managers are going for. And you know what? I need some differentials here and there. And I want to take a risk a little bit. If I'm not going to be wildcarding in Game Week 31, I'm going to bring 1 or 2 players that I actually want in my team that I think that could get us some points. And is Ismail Shah. 6.4, another decently priced player, 2.5% owned. And these fixtures, if you look carefully, Leicester City at home, Burnley away, Southampton at home. Okay, Chelsea's going to be difficult, but pretty damn good fixtures here. They've got something to play for, and he is one of their star players. Remember that game against Liverpool? He absolutely destroyed them with 2 goals and 1 assist. That was an incredible game. Fernandes, a player that I want to keep, a player that I actually want to watch from Manchester United, and I want to bring more Manchester United players in the long run. But for now, I want to bring 1. I think if I do wildcard in Game Week 32, I will bring more, maybe more defenders. So that is why he's in my team. I'm going to go through the double Game Week players in a sec. Raul Jimenez, another single Game Week player that I couldn't get rid. I had Pookie here, but you know what? Like how the wildcard issue that I had, I just didn't want to put myself in a situation where I have to make this transfer. So I just thought, you know what? Just leave him in my team. I lost, 0.1. It's fine. But these fixtures are incredible for Wolves. He is Wolves' star player, and he's definitely should be playing all of the minutes. And if we look at the other single Game Week players, is Trent Alexander-Arnold, a player that I bought in very cheap, and I just don't want to get rid right now. He is one of my Liverpool players. If Liverpool players I don't know, if they're going to go for records and they're going to go with a strong 11 all the time, then I can make that adjustments really quickly and bring them back in. Maybe go for Mane this time instead of Salah. And if we look at the double Game Week players, I've got Leno, Lundstrom, Fleck, De Bruyne, Aguero, Aubameyang, Egan and Grealish. These are, I don't want to talk about them too much because I already spoke about them quite a lot. Looking at these double Game Week players, these are the most popular picks. And of course, there's a few drafts out there that has 3 Manchester City attackers, or maybe an Arsenal defender, or maybe 3 Sheffield United defence. So there's a lot of possibilities, and it's really up to you what you want to do. For me, when I look at this team, I'm really happy with it. I've got the main double Game Week players. I've got a strong single Game Week players as well that will help me out for this round and for Game Week 31. And if I look at Game Week 31, I could bring Trent here, bench Lundstrom. I could play Grealish. And as you can see, I've got really cheap substitutes that actually has a chance to bring some returns and actually play. And I do want to have a decent bench, and I think they will definitely help me out. And, building a team is very important. Building a structure. If we go through some of the transfers, I've got 0.3. Now, I want to be able to make, so basically, when you are creating a draft, you want to be able to have options, right? So, with 1 or 2 moves, you can bring the player that you want. So let me give you guys an example on what I'm talking about. Let's just say I want to start bringing in Chelsea players because their fixtures are looking really good. So let's just look at Chelsea. Let's look at the fixtures. The only difficult fixture that they have early on is Manchester City at home. Then it's West Ham, Watford, then Crystal Palace, Sheffield United and Norwich. Really good fixtures for them to keep up the momentum and try and take in that last Champions League spots, right? And they're going to be up for it. They're going to be going for it. And maybe Mason Mount could be the player that we need to bring in. And there we go. 1 move. This is what I'm talking about. Here's another example with the 2 expensive strikers. I can remove one of them downgrade that player into a decent striker that I might need. Let's just go for, here we go. Maybe go for another Manchester United player like Rashford, and I have 2.4, and I could upgrade a defender and start removing those Sheffield United players and bringing in another Manchester United player if I wanted to. So this is what I'm talking about when you are building a structure, when you're building a draft. It's good for you to have some kind of plans. Now, I've got a few players that I'm looking at, like Harry Kane. You know, he's back. I can bring him in one move and have a Tottenham player for their fixture against West Ham. And as you can see, I will have 1.3, and I could go and upgrade one of my defenders. You know, if I'm not happy with Lascelles or Bolly or something like that, then I could go, you know what? I need an extra defender here. 5.9, that is decent amount of money to kind of like play around with and bring in a decent, strong defender that might bring us the points in the next coming game weeks, like Manchester United. So this is why I went with this team. This is why I went with, you know, the structure. I think it's very strong. I feel like that I can do really well, especially using the bench boost. Now, you don't have to go for full 12 double game week players, guys, to get all of the points or all of the, you know, the best points as possible. You don't have to do that. There is a lot of single game week players here that could do really well as well. And to be honest with you, it is really dependent on what kind of chips that you have left. If you don't have any, I would definitely recommend you guys to look at this team to kind of build for game 30, 31, and you know what? In 32 and 33, you can bank a transfer in game week 31 and start bringing those Chelsea and Manchester United players in. So this team will definitely help a lot of people out there. But if you got the bench boost, I think the best time to use it is now, because we don't know if there's going to be another double game week. With the wild card, I would say just hold it for a little bit. You don't have to play in game week 31. I don't know. Maybe I might have to, right? I'm just going to hold it. I'm not going to say, yes, I'm guaranteed I'm going to use it in game week 31. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to see. And with the free hit, you can just go all out. You can use the free hit for game week 30, because most people will already have a decent team for game week 31, 32. Or use the free hit at the end of the season, so the last fixtures, because in the last fixtures there'll be teams that has to do really well to, I don't know, not get relegated, or you know, try to get that last spots of that Champions League or something. And there'll be some teams that they will tell you who is definitely going to play, and you might get some massive differentials. And to be honest with you, at the last fixture of the Premier League, anything can happen, and you can have a lot of fun and gain that extra rank that you need. So yeah, that is about it. Thank you so much for your support, guys. You guys been incredible. I cannot wait. Follow me on Twitter, join me in my Lou League, subscribe if you're new, and drop a like. And that is about it. Enjoy your game week, guys. See ya.